Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and holy shit. Holy shit, I just got done watching the finale of The Penguin beating up criminals, bashing their heads, and not killing, of course. Batman has his one rule. Unless you're Ben Affleck or Michael Keaton. This is an HBO show or a Max show, whichever which way you want to look at it. This is a show that, in retrospect, I wish I was reviewing each and every single episode week to week as it was coming out, but I fell behind, so I didn't start it until maybe a couple weeks past when it started, blah, blah, blah. The point is, I fucking love this show. I love this show so goddamn much. I am sort of in my head right here, right now, trying to think, is this the greatest comic book, live action TV show of all time? I still hold Daredevil in high regards, but The Penguin has done something special. The Penguin has done something in which I have been asking for, seemingly begging for, especially out of the Batman Rogues Gallery, the Batman universe. And this does take place in the Batman universe, the Robert Pattinson Batman movie. That was by Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves is an executive producer of this show, and I love that. It's high time that we have a good, successful movie spin off into a show that will presumably lead into the sequel of that said film. First of all, Colin Farrell. What more can I say in a positive sense about Colin Farrell's Penguin? His Oswald Cobb character that I think we've all have said great things about, have all said tremendous things about how much of a good job this guy has done. Not just acting wise, not just performance wise, but this makeup, I am still, every time he's on screen, searching for Colin Farrell in that makeup, going like, is that really him? Are we sure? Because it just seems like a brand new guy, a brand new actor that we've just never seen before. But I love the fact that he was a character that was in the Batman. I think the most we got out of that character in the movie is that he ran the Iceberg Lounge. Okay, fine, cool. But to dive so deep into his character, with his relationship with his mom, and some stuff with his past, the flashbacks episode of him as a kid, my God. And then to see his rise in the ranks of mob bossing, the crime underlord, underbelly. We saw where his position was under Carmine Falcone in the Batman movie, but to see how big that family is, to see the inner workings of the mob boss, the mob family situation in Gotham, and how there's so many tribes out there, so many gangs out there, and how it all plays into the drug business. I mean, I'm not saying this is the first show that has tackled a drug type thing, obviously not, right? But I'll be honest, I probably need to sit down finally and watch shows like The Sopranos and watch shows like Breaking Bad, because if they're as good as what I'm watching here, then I'm going to be for a long but hopefully great ride. If you guys want me to review and watch those shows, please let me know in the comments below. So, once again, Colin Farrell, A tier, S tier, whatever the kids are saying. And the crime family, look, having Mark Strong come in this time around to play Carmine Falcone, I thought was great. But seeing his daughter, I'm talking about Sophia Falcone, who is played by Kristen Milioti. And shit, I know everybody on Twitter, on X, has been saying what they've been saying about this actress and this character, that she's not only super ultra mega smoking hot, yes, physically she is. She's gorgeous. But her acting, her level of commitment to this role of just being borderline crazy, borderline potential murderous psychopath. She just gets out of Arkham when we first get introduced to her, and her reputation precedes her, but she does such a great job of, yes, you're afraid of her, yes, you don't know exactly what she's capable of, but you also feel tremendously bad for her. There are so many scenes. There's so much of her backstory, especially. She gets out in, I think it's episode 4, where you dive into her backstory, and it's like, fuck, I understand why you're so fucked up the way that you are. She's tremendous. I hope this isn't the last we see of her. I hope we see more of her in some way, in shape and form. I know there's rumors that maybe they're going to be doing other type of shows that are also set in this universe. That's a must. That is something that if they weren't serious about before, James Gunn, I don't give a fuck what you're doing in your universe. This is a priority. This needs to be a priority. Spinning off of the Batman universe. Also, you get introduced to this character very early on named Vic. He's a teenager who sort of gets mixed in with Oswald Cobb, and he gets taken under the wing of Oz, and he becomes his right-hand man. And Vic could have just been easily another character that's just on the side and he's there, but he doesn't really mean anything. They give him a lot of story. They give him a lot of his own issues and backstory going on. He even gets his own episode about, like, when you see what happened to his own family, when you see what type of situation he is in Gotham. Like, living in Gotham fucking sucks. And if you don't have the means to get out, if you're sort of stuck in this, I can see how it drags you down and just becoming an even worse person. And I loved his loyalty, though. I loved how he even has the episode with his girlfriend of like, hey, we can skip town, and how much of a hard decision that is. Also, I'm not going to get into like spoiler stuff. Like, I want to give people a chance, if they haven't watched the entire thing themselves, to really get into it. Clancy Brown as Sal Maroni, obviously, you bring in Clancy Brown, it's like, fuck yeah, that's the right call, that's the right move. He was tremendous. And I just, this show is basically what I wanted Gotham, that TV show on Fox, to be. I spent so many videos, so many years essentially, trashing the show Gotham because I thought this could have been better. This could have and should have been so much deeper and darker and better writing. Like, we could have actually done stuff with the villains of Batman as far as their backstories and their origins and how they come into the roles that we would expect them to be. And it's amazing how, even more so in retrospect, after watching a show like this, how much a show like Gotham fails and did fail to deliver on all of that. Especially a show that doesn't surround Batman, isn't involving Batman. There is no Batman in the Penguin TV show because it's not about that. It's about this single particular character, villain, Oz, becoming the Penguin, becoming the villain that I think we expect him to be. And it's like, man, they knocked it out of the park. I just could not have been happier watching how serious this was taking, how much respect and love and care that they put into this world and put into the story, the writing, the script, the dialogue. Every character served a purpose. Like, nothing felt like a waste of time. Nothing felt Oz and his mom and that weird fucked up relationship. Like, I can't say enough great things about this show and how much I would recommend the show The Penguin. If you have not watched it, if you somehow maybe heard things but still was on the fence, I could not recommend this more. Some people even say that this is even better than the Batman movie itself, and they might be right. I might agree with this. The Batman 2 better sort of live up to the standards that I think this show especially has made. If HBO, if DC, if Warner Brothers were smart, they would make sure a new show set in this world would come out every year in anticipation to the next Batman movie. Be smart, guys. Fucking do this. Run with this, because this is working. Anyways, let me know in the comments below, not only what do you think about the Penguin, but what do you think about what I'm saying here? Should they capitalize and actually go for more stuff, more shows, more spin-offs in the Batman universe? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!